Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I made a look with my 5 most favorite palettes and I thought why not show you all of my palettes. This is by no means me bragging about how many palettes I have or how much makeup I have. I just really enjoy watching this kind of videos and I know that some of you enjoy it too, so that's why I really wanted to film this video. If you don't like this kind of videos, please don't watch it. I'm gonna be uploading different kind of videos soon, so you can go watch those. But if you do enjoy this kind of videos like I do, then keep on watching. So I'm gonna start by telling you a couple of things about how I store my palettes. I store most of my palettes in a drawer, and then I have this thing right here which I bought from Primer. I think it was quite cheap. It's very nice and convenient because it stores so many palettes. And then I also have this thing right here which is, I think it's supposed to be a holder or like file holder. I bought it from Nille. It's a store here in Norway, also quite a good price, and I really like it that it is gold and it looks very nice on my vanity. And I usually display palettes like this or like this that look nice, and it's very nice to have them there and look at them. So yes, also very convenient. It stores quite a few palettes, actually not as many as like the other one, but still it stores quite a few and I really like it. And the rest of them I pretty much store in a drawer. So I just wanted to mention that, maybe give you a few ideas what you could use for your own palettes. Okay, now I'm gonna start with the palettes. I really don't know how to do this. I'm just gonna randomly select one and show it, and then next. And I'm gonna try not to talk about one palette for too long because I'm gonna be sitting here and filming forever. Since I have them right here, I'm gonna start with a few of the Juvia's Place palettes that I have. The first one, it's this one. This is the Magic palette. It's very nice. And okay, first of all, look at how big the pans are. Those are huge pans, and I don't think I'll ever go through any of those palettes because the pans are so big. Juvia's Place makes very pigmented eyeshadows. I can't. I mean, I just have to. Look at this gold right here. It was this gold right here. That is crazy pigmented. Look at this green. This is so intense. And Juvia's Place is a quite affordable brand for what you get. I mean, the size of the pan are huge and the eyeshadow quality is amazing. I think they're US based, and I tried to buy them from their website, but the shipping was crazy expensive. It was like $38 or something, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay more for the shipping than the palette itself, so I didn't buy it from their website. And then Beauty Bay started having Juvia's Place, and I was like, thank God, it's so much easier. I don't pay for shipping and it takes less time to come. So then another one that I have from Juvia's Place is the Nubian 2 palette. Can we talk about how beautiful those palettes look from the outside and the inside and everywhere? They're just so beautiful. They don't come with a mirror, but I don't mind because I usually not travel with them because they are a little bit too colorful. I mean, they are very beautiful, but usually they don't have so many neutrals so that I can create a full look. So that's why I don't usually travel with them, so I don't care about the mirror. But the packaging is beautiful. It's stunning. And this is how this looks like. It has so many browns and gold, and this blue right here, it's gorgeous. Look at that. The pigmentation is crazy, and the mattes are also very pigmented. It's so beautiful. I freaking love it. I love all of them. This one is from the ones that it's maybe easier to create a full look with it using only this palette, whereas other ones are a little bit more difficult. And then I have the Saharan palette. The pants on this one are a little bit smaller. Those are actually regular. I think they are the size of MAC or Makeup Geek eyeshadows. It looks like this. It's also very beautiful. It has many pops of colors. All of them have, I mean look at this color right here. I just have to swatch it. How intense is that? With that price, I mean, that's amazing. So this was the Saharan, and the last one I have from Juvia's Place is the Zulu palette, and it looks like this. And this one is the most colorful one. I could usually not create a full more everyday look with this palette, but still it's very pretty. But I have to say, from all of the palettes I have, this one is, I mean, the mattes are the most difficult to blend. I don't know why, but they are different from the other ones, especially those two right here. Those are very difficult to apply because you apply them and you can almost not see the color because you get a lot of shadow on your brush, but it doesn't stick to your eyelid. I would say it's almost like it's sitting on top and it's not blending on your skin. It's very weird. I mean, the shimmers are very nice, but I don't know why the mattes on this palette are a little bit more difficult to use. The top shades right here, they are a little bit easier to work with, but the other mattes are not so easy, and I don't know, it's kind of weird because they're usually very good quality except from this one. But I think this was supposed to be limited edition. I think it's still in stock, but I don't know. I would personally not recommend this palette, but the other ones from Juvia's place, those are absolutely stunning. You should try them. But this one, maybe not. Okay, next I have this Morphe 25A palette. This is a palette full of browns. Morphe is known to have palettes with many shades that look kind of similar. It looks a little bit boring, but it's actually a very good palette. I was surprised when I got it and I started using it. It is very good, and I like the fact that it comes with a see-through this thing right here because I can see the shades and it makes me use it more. The shimmers in this row right here, they are so good. You don't even need Fix Plus or anything. They are very good, and I have to say better than some of the other shimmers that Morphe has. Very good palette. I highly recommend this palette. And there is one 25B that is also browns, but those are a little bit more purple. Some of them, I think, I'm not sure, but I only have this one and I absolutely love it. Okay, next I have one palette from Tarte. This is the Tarte Tortoise Pro palette. It's so beautiful. It comes with a huge mirror. It has very nice shades. It smells like something that has to do with vanilla, which is nice, but I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I think it can get a little bit too much for my taste. All of those shades right here that come in a square, those are matte, and all of those shades right here that comes in circles, those are shimmers. I think it's very nice because for somebody that doesn't have that much experience with makeup, you can see what colors go together. So it will be very easy for you to create a look with the mattes and the shimmers, and I think it's very nice and very helpful for a lot of people, and I really like this palette. I think it's a very good quality. I don't use it as much as I should. And now I'm gonna talk about the Soph X Revolution palette. I have both of them. I recently made a video on this one and I told you that I absolutely love it. I love both of them, but the newest one, I think it's a little bit nicer and I personally like it a little bit more. This is how the first one looks like and this is the second one. They are very beautiful, very good quality, very cheap, and I highly recommend them to you. Yes, I don't have anything else to see, and you can watch my video to see what I think about this one in depth. Next I have my most favorite palette of all of the palettes that I own. It's the Huda Beauty palette. I told you, I don't know why this is my favorite palette. This is definitely not the best quality eyeshadow palette that I have, but I just love the color combination so much, and I think I'm a little bit emotionally attached to this palette. So yes, it looks like this. It's a gorgeous palette. I don't really use those shades that much because they are quite difficult to use. They are very textured and yes, they are difficult. And then because they are very difficult to use, because they are very textured and they don't cooperate so much, to put it that way, but I still love it so much and I'll never get rid of it. I'll always have it forever. Next I want to talk about two from ColourPop that I have. This one is the Yes Please palette. Looks like this. It has a bunch of warm tones, browns, oranges. It's beautiful. Those two are my favorite shades of this palette. The pans are a little bit smaller than the usual eyeshadow pans. The MAC ones, for example, or the Makeup Geek, they are a little bit smaller than those, but I don't find it a problem at all because this palette is very cheap and very good quality. You're really not gonna go through those shades so fast. And what I found out by accident is that those are actually magnetic palettes. So if you go, for example, through this shade right here, you can take the pan out and you can replace it with another one from ColourPop because they sell individual ones. So you can do that, which is also very cool. And the other palette from ColourPop that I have is the Dream Street palette that was in collab with Kathleen Light. This one is very beautiful because it's kind of neutrals, but it has a few pops of colors. I think it's very nice and a little bit different from what we usually see in palettes. I really like it and the packaging is gorgeous. I mean, come on, she did a great job with this palette. I really love it, and of course it's great quality, just like the other ColourPop palette. Next I have one palette from Linda Hallberg. This is the Enchanted Secrets palette. This comes with a mirror. It's a great duochrome palette. Those shadows are not opaque. They work best as toppers. You can put them on top of eyeshadows or like cream shadows, and they look absolutely gorgeous. They might not look as much on the pan, but they are actually very beautiful. I really like this palette, and it's also very good quality. So, and then I have one more palette from Huda Beauty. This one is the Coral Obsessions. It is so small and so travel friendly. When I got it in the mail, I was like, I didn't expect it to be that small, and I really like it for that reason, because first of all you get a mirror, and the pans are actually normal size. I mean, if you compare it to the Rose Gold palette, the pans are exactly the same size, so you get 9 shades in a very smart and compact way. Okay, next I have this Dose of Colors palette. It was in collab with Desi and Katy. This looks like this. It comes with 4 eyeshadows. Those eyeshadows are so unique. I don't think I have eyeshadows like this in my collection, and I have so many eyeshadows. They are so beautiful. Those 2 colors especially, those are so stunning for a night out. You can put them all over the lid. They're just so beautiful, and this color right here, it's super pigmented. I think you're supposed to use those 2 wet, and the rest of them you can use them just like that. I guess this color right here, it's not that special, but the rest of them, they are super amazing. And the only thing is that this came out last year, and it was limited edition, so you cannot find it anymore. That's the sad part, but if you were lucky to get your hands on it, then you know how good this eyeshadow palette is. Next I have the Color Raine Queen of Hearts palette. I talked about this in the video that I did with my 5 most favorite palettes. I love this palette so much. It's one of my 5 most favorite palettes. Those eyeshadows are just such good quality. The mattes are amazing. They blend so well. The pigments are stunning. This is just overall a very good palette, and I highly recommend it. Now I have 2 Morphe palettes. This one is the 35O, and this one is the 35P. I'm gonna show you how they look like. This one is the orange one, and this one is the purple one. Just like I said, the Morphe palettes, they usually have a lot of shades that are a little bit similar, but still I think those are very good palettes. You can definitely find what you're looking for, because there are so many shades, and the quality is actually very good, and they're quite affordable, so very worth it. Now I'm gonna talk about some Anastasia palettes. The first one that I got is the Modern Renaissance palette. Anastasia does eyeshadow palettes so well. The packaging is so beautiful. I kind of hate this material. It's kind of like velvet. I don't like it at all, but in this palette it actually looks very nice. But the only thing is that it kind of gets dirty quite easy, and it's a little bit difficult to clean. The palette looks like this. It's one of the most beautiful palettes. This palette right here is super hyped up for a good reason, because it's very good quality, and the color combination is just so well thought and so stunning. I really like it. And then I have the Subculture, which looks very beautiful, and I love those colors right here. I really do. But the thing is that they are so powdery, and you're gonna get so much kickback, and you're gonna basically waste quite a bit of shadow. That's why whenever I use it, I know that I'm gonna have to be more careful with this palette as opposed to other palettes. And I don't really mind that so much if it only was that the shadows will blend very well. It is the case with the lightest shades, but when you go to those shades right here, which are a little bit darker, those get tricky, especially the dark green ones. Those are very difficult to blend because they blend very patchy, and they just a mess when you blend it. But still, I really like this palette, and I don't regret buying it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I really love the colors, and I still use it, even though I have to be a little bit more careful with it. I still like it a lot. And then the last one, which is my favorite one from the 3 that I have, it's a Prism palette. It's so dusty. Also, the colors are absolutely stunning. The color combination just so beautiful. That's what makes me love it so much, and the quality of this shadow is much better better than the Subculture palette. That's why I love it more than the other two palettes. I mean, the Modern Renaissance is also amazing. I just prefer a little bit more crazy colors, but from day-to-day basis, this one is the perfect palette. Next, I have the Naked Heat palette. I don't own any of the other Naked palettes just because I know they were super hyped up, but I think they are a little bit boring for me. At least I didn't find them that interesting, and I thought I could find those colors in any other palette, to be honest, and that's why I never had them and I'm never gonna get them. I just thought this one is a little bit more interesting than the other ones. The eyeshadows are great quality. I'm not saying that the other Naked palettes, they're not great quality, the eyeshadow. I just prefer this one. This one is very, very warm, so I guess you're only gonna be creating warm looks, which I actually really like. But yeah, I don't know, there was something about this palette, it looked much more interesting than the other ones, and that's why I only have this one. I hate the fact that it's so bulky. I mean, I don't need all of this stuff, okay? It's pretty, but it's just too bulky, and I don't see myself traveling with this palette. So okay, and next I have some Zoeva palettes, and Zoeva makes amazing quality palettes for a very good price, and I have 4 of them to share with you. I have the Cocoa Blend palette, which is absolutely stunning, looks very nice like this, has very nice warm shades. It's maybe my favorite one from all of them, maybe. The Caramel Melange, which looks like this, comes very close. Those two are my 2 favorite palettes from Zoeva. The quality of the shadows are so good, they blend so easily. The shimmers are also very beautiful. I really love those palettes and I highly recommend them to you because they are very affordable and very good quality. And then I have the Aristo palette. I really like this one too. It's very interesting actually, and the colors blend very well, very nice, pigmented, very good. But on the other hand, the Sweet Glamour palette, this one was very disappointing, unfortunately. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love those pastel shades. I'm all about those shades, but the thing is that they are not pigmented enough to show on the eyelids, and they end up all showing almost white. I don't know why I still have it because I don't use it that much, but it's just so hard for me to get rid of it because it's so pretty. I know it's kind of stupid, but I just look at this. It's so stunning, and the name Sweet Glamour, I think it fits so well. And then I have a heartbreak. This palette right here, this is the Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette. It is a duochrome palette, I would say. The shadows are not holographic, but I love this palette so much. It comes with a little mirror like this and with 4 shades, and unfortunately it fell on the floor and it broke, which broke my heart so much. It comes with green, a blue, a ultraviolet, and a pink. The pink one is the only one that didn't break. All of the other ones broke. I think those are so much more pigmented than any other duochrome highlighters with these kind of colors, and that's why I love it so much, because I use them on my eyes, on my inner corner as a highlighter, and they work very well. They're very pigmented and I like them so much. And now for the end, I'm gonna be talking about the custom made palettes that I have, and I'm gonna start with this one. This one is by MAC. All the shadows are from MAC. This one is the first high-end shadows that I ever got, because I only had a couple of drugstore palettes which were quite bad quality and the colors wouldn't show, and then I was like, okay, you know what, that's it, I'm gonna go and get some good eyeshadows. And of course I didn't know that much about all of the other brands that exist, and I thought that MAC was the best, so then I started making this palette. I didn't finish it in one day, of course it took me maybe years to finish it. I think MAC eyeshadows are quite good quality, but you can find other eyeshadows like are better quality and cheaper than MAC, so I don't think they're that great anymore after having tried a lot of other palettes. Yeah, but still, I'm never gonna get rid of this palette because it's my first high-end palette and it has just so much sentimental value to me. I don't really use it so much anymore, but I just cannot get rid of it. Okay, speaking of makeup, Geek, which I think are better quality than the MAC ones, I have quite a few. I put them in a Z palette. Those are such an amazing quality eyeshadow palettes, and they're much cheaper than MAC. I haven't finished this palette palette, but all of the shadows that I have been using them so much. And this shade right here, which is Peach Smoothie, I've almost hit pan on it, especially for a period of time. I would use it in my every single look in the crease, because it's, oh my god, what did I do? I stabbed my nail and my finger in this beautiful green shade. Why does this keep happening to me? Why? This is what I managed to do. Okay, I'm gonna close it before I do anything worse. Yes, Makeup Geek eyeshadows are very good. And the last tool that I have are two palettes from Inglot. They are magnetic. You can put them on top of each other and then they don't fall, and then you can have them all together like this, which is very cool. The lid is also magnetic. You can put like this. I think it's a very nice style. I have some warm shades right here and some a little bit cooler shades, except from this orange right here, and I really like them. Inglot eyeshadows are very good. Okay, that was it. I finally finished. Those were all of my eyeshadow palettes. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know that it will probably be a long one. From all of makeup, eyeshadow palettes are my favorite, so that's why I have so many. So I was thinking maybe I could make a series of videos where I take one eyeshadow palette and I create 3 different looks with it, because so many times they just sit there and I guess you don't use them so much. So I thought maybe it would be a little bit helpful to show you what kind of different looks you can create with one eyeshadow palette. I could make it a series, like I said, and one day, for example, I can take this palette and show you all 3 different looks that I can create with this one, and that could maybe give you some ideas and some inspiration if you would be interested to watch something like this. If not, then I'm not gonna be doing it. And also let me know how often would you like to watch these kind of videos. Like, I'm trying to upload twice a week, so every other video means once a week, and every 4 videos means once in 2 weeks. Yes. That would be very helpful. Please let me know in the comments down below. Write a comment or give this video a thumbs up. That way I know that you agree and you would want me to do. But it would be more helpful if you wrote a comment down below. So please help me out. And that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope that it wasn't too much. Yes, I'll see you again next time. Bye.